There is a place in the world where a single building holds an Olympic-sized ice rink, a waterfall taller than a 4-story building, an aquarium with over 33,000 sea creatures, and enough shops to make you genuinely forget what country you are in. And it sits in the middle of a desert. Most people who visit Dubai Mall spend a few hours there. Some people never leave. Not because they are lost. Because they chose to stay. But here is what almost no travel video will tell you about this place. The mall is not actually the point. Walk in through the main entrance off Financial Center Road and the first thing that hits you is not the size. It is the sound. A constant low hum of movement. Hundreds of thousands of people a year pass through those doors, which works out to roughly over 100 million visits annually, making it one of the most visited buildings on Earth. Not one of the most visited malls. One of the most visited buildings. Period. You are walking through something that was never designed to just sell things. The ground floor opens up into long marble corridors lined with flagship stores you recognize from every major city in the world. But the scale feels different here. Wider. Taller. The ceilings pull back in a way that makes you feel like you are outside even when you are not. Architects call this a controlled atmosphere. What they mean is that the space is engineered to make you lose track of time. And it works. Most visitors report staying longer than they planned. Not because they overspend. Because the environment makes the clock feel optional. Turn left toward the aquarium and the tone shifts completely. The Dubai Aquarium and Underwater Zoo occupies a floor-to-ceiling tank that is one of the largest suspended aquariums in the world. You can walk through a 10-meter tunnel underneath it. Sand tiger sharks move above your head. Rays drift past at eye level. There is a specific kind of silence people go quiet in when they realize they are standing underneath something alive and enormous. You will notice it the moment you step into that tunnel. Here is something worth pausing on. The average person who grows up in a landlocked country, somewhere in the American Midwest, or across sub-Saharan Africa, may never see the ocean in their lifetime. They walk through that tunnel and they are, for a few minutes, as close to the deep sea as they will ever get. Dubai Mall was built knowing that. It was built for people who have not yet been able to go everywhere. It meets you where you are. Keep walking and you will pass the Dubai fountain viewing areas, massive glass windows that face the Bursa Lake. From this side of the glass, downtown Dubai reads like a skyline someone imagined and then decided to build without compromise. The Burj Khalifa rises directly ahead. At certain hours of the day, the light on the building changes color from gold to gray to almost blue. It is one of those things that photographs cannot fully explain because what makes it affect you is the scale, not the image. The fountain shows happen in the evening. Time to music. The jets reach 150 meters into the air. From inside the mall you watch it through glass, which creates a strange effect, like watching something massive happen in total silence. People press up against the windows. Nobody is on their phone. This is a good moment to ask yourself something. When was the last time you were somewhere that made you put your phone down without deciding to? The upper floors shift the mood again. The Fashion Avenue section feels quieter. Higher end. The kind of quiet that expensive things create. But walk past it and you reach areas that feel more open, food courts that look nothing like what the word suggests, seating areas with natural light, a rooftop terrace section with a view that changes completely at sunset. At the highest accessible point, looking out over the downtown basin toward the horizon, Dubai reveals something it hides from most visitors. The city does not actually feel like a city from up there. It feels like an idea that kept expanding. The ice rink sits at the far end of the mall, and it operates year-round. People skate in t-shirts in July, 45 degrees Celsius outside the walls, a full-size Olympic rink inside. A child from Lagos or London or Atlanta glides across the ice and none of that context matters anymore. The experience is the same regardless of passport. That is the thing about this place that most travel content misses entirely. Dubai Mall is not a shopping center. It is what happens when a city decides to build something that erases context. Nationality. Budget. Background. You are just a person inside a space that was designed to make you feel like the world is slightly more accessible than you thought it was yesterday. And here is what comes back to you at the end. Remember that open question from the beginning. The idea that the mall is not actually the point. The point is what you feel when you walk out. That persistent low-level sensation that the life you were imagining somewhere else is not as far away as it seemed this morning. That the gap between where you are and where you want to be might be smaller than the story you have been telling yourself. Dubai Mall does not sell that feeling. It just lets you stand inside it for a few hours until you remember it on your own. That feeling does not leave quickly. People who visit downtown Dubai for the first time often describe a strange restlessness in the days after. Not dissatisfaction exactly. More like a recalibration. Like something in their internal compass shifted a few degrees and has not shifted back. There is a reason this area attracts a particular kind of person. Not just the wealthy. Not just tourists. But people in transition. People who came for a conference and ended up extending their stay. People who booked 5 days and quietly started researching visa requirements by day 3. Walk outside the mall as the sun drops behind the skyline and the fountain begins its evening sequence. The water rises in perfect arcs against the lit face of the Burj Khalifa. The air is warm. The crowd around you is from everywhere. Someone next to you is speaking a language you do not recognize and laughing at something on their phone and eating something that smells extraordinary. This is the part no thumbnail captures. The feeling that the world is not as divided as the news makes it seem. That most people, regardless of where they are from, respond the same way to beauty, to scale, to water moving in the dark. You came for a walking tour. You are leaving with something harder to name.